I will cron pod with you because that's the way to be. And it starts with your Rays, who probably deserve a little more credit chopping into the Yankees division lead. And they sweep another series. I loved Peralta lost his voice yelling. That's fantastic. Even when they have to scramble, Drew Rasmussen scratched, been one of their best pitchers all year. Guess what? They've got the bullpen day to put it together. Yanni Chirinos comes back 19-5 in their last 24. That's no joke, man. That's no joke. And Wander Franco comes back tonight. Woo!
That's huge for them. Absolutely huge for him that he comes back. You get Rasmussen back to go against the Yankees. I think that's awesome. This is a pretty good series. Red Sox Rays. That Rays had to come back in this one, down 3-1 at one point. Then you have a Rosarena with the homer. Then Margot with the game-tying double. Before Peralta, your guy, dude. Yeah. You've been on Peralta's train for a long time. He hits to go ahead RBI double, like you said. I am looking forward to the Rays really making this a real race. I think. And when do you think it becomes a real race? Do you think that's like 3 games? Because that's just a series sweep away. Like 4.5 still seems like the Yankees have a decent lead. I know it was whatever the hell it was, 15 or something at one point. So I know this seems small, but still a sweep and the Yankees are ahead. I know they don't want that, but do you think it's already become that real race now? I guess I answer my own question. Yes, it has.
So this weekend's pretty big. If the Rays win 2 out of 3 in the stadium, it becomes a 3.5 game lead. Which, do they play anymore, BBD? Do you know?
I believe this is the last time they face each other.
This
is the last time they face each other, yeah.
So it goes without saying how important this weekend is because the Rays are going to be coming for blood. They are hot, 19-4. The Yankees have been one of the worst teams in baseball. I'm going to read off a Yankees lineup in a minute that'll shock people. I mean, you can't get swept if you're the Yankees because then it's game on. It's just a sprint to the finish line. 2 out of 3, it's 3.5. That's wiggle room to play with about that many weeks left in the season. If you win the series, you can almost end it. So that's where you hope the Yankees are emptying the tanks this weekend. Their pitching is back, which is good news for the Yankees. The lineup will blow people's minds, but you got teams heading in opposite directions, man.
Yeah, the Rays opened it up in game 2, hit a bunch of homers, and they kind of do what they do, those 1-0 games. You have Springs going 3 shutty with Chirinos going 3 shutty, and Pivetta pitches good, but you end up winning the game because the backbreaker comes and does his damn thing. These are the victories that they're so big, those 1-0 victories like that. So I'm excited for this Rays team. I think we've gone all season and really haven't, dove in deep on them because, they change a lot. And it's hard to have a finger on the pulse of the Rays. But I believe now September in the Rays, big series here in the Bronx, get to know some of these guys. Some good ball players on this team. Randy Rosarena is going to do it again, dude.
He's
going to make you call in the best ever many times as we go later into the season.
900 OPS since the All-Star break. It looks like Brandon Lau just came back. It looks like Wander Franco is coming back. Yandy's had an awesome years for them. Harold Ramirez when he's been healthy. Margot just makes stuff happen. Walls has been the best defensive shortstop in baseball, just replacing Wander. And Trev, these guys, and we joke about it. Obviously, the pitching is always great with this team. It's where it starts with the Rays. They're 3rd in starting pitcher ERA. They're 8th in bullpen ERA. But, man, it's also that high T. Sometimes we joke about it, but the way you've told me that the Rays locker room is and how these guys think, these guys are fueled by coming to Yankee Stadium this weekend and hearing the silence from the crowd. It's what they feed off of. So, yeah, man, they are the Sharks, and they're coming to the Bronx, and there is so much blood in the water that it's like, where are they going to take their bites out of? I'm scared.
They're the opposite of the Twins. They don't give a fuck about playing the Yankees. My Twins, on the other hand,
That's perfect.
segueing into that series,
That's perfect, Trev.
it was a tough one. Although I guess we can, mention what Joe's McFly did, but I guess we'll go through the first 3 games before that.
Yeah, so I'll Judge hits 54 in the first game, and it's like, oh my God, how are people still pitching this guy? Tyone and Archer have matching starts. Gary Sanchez hits the longest non-Coors Field home run this year. That must have felt pretty good coming back to the stadium. I guarantee it did. Yankees get the win. And it's like, okay, Judge homers, Yankees get the win. We can – maybe the Twins are the Yankees' best medicine. Rain out, doubleheader. Jimmy, a little bit fueled out of maybe negative energy from the Yankees lineup. And we hadn't been to a Yankees game in so long. We said, let's go. We can go. We'll move some meetings. We're going. 12 innings later, and both of our significant others pretty not happy with us. The Yankees find a way to win. IKF ties it up. Oswaldo Cabrera with a game winner. The kid who's playing fantastic defense. Unreal what he's doing all over the field. IKF moves to third base for the first time. That's significant for this Yankees season, potentially. We will see. As Oswald Peraza. Yes, the Yankees have Oswaldo Cabrera and Oswald Peraza, 2 kids getting run. Oswald Peraza doing good things at shortstop. They win the second game of the doubleheader. Cole drops the hammer on him. 14 punchies. Let's go.
Who hit the grand slam?
IKF hits the grand slam. Third baseman IKF. And then they come out in the final game. Nestor comes back. That's exciting. They bring in one of their AAA relievers to come get Correa, and that was a mistake, it looks like. Correa clips him. And so, hey, Twins salvage it. They needed a win. They needed to scratch this Yankees itch so bad. Happy for them. Yeah, Trev, let me I'll read yesterday's lineup because there's a doubleheader, and sometimes teams get funky on a doubleheader. That's fine. This was Yankees the next day lineup. Aaron Hicks leading off. He has a 298 slugging this year. Aaron Judge having a historic all-time baseball season. Cool. Gleyber Torres has been a wreck since the trade deadline. He's batting third. IKF batting cleanup. My guy, my king.
The guy that everyone wanted to release.
Not release, but used differently.
Down, whatever.
Used differently. Marwin Gonzalez didn't have a hit off of a MLB pitcher for about 2 months. He's hitting 5-hole, playing first base. Andujar, a guy the team has disowned, hitting 6th. Florial, 7. Higashioka, 8. And Peraza, 9. So this Yankees team that was DJ, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Donaldson, very different vibes, but they get wins against the Twins, which is so important, especially if the Rays were in takeover distance this weekend. Oh boy, would the vibes be completely different.
It would be. And I talked about that a little bit on Baseball Today, like how is Kevin Cash going to approach Judge, because just walk him. I don't even know what else there's to fucking say, dude. Just walk the dude. You just read off the lineups. They got Gleyber Torres, who did he have the big homer after they
game
after
one
took
of the
Varland out?
doubleheader.
So yeah,
Varland comes and first at bat strikes Judge out. I'm going to talk a little about Louis V, our guy. The Twins need some love too, okay? Yeah. He's out of Minneapolis. He strikes Judge out first at bat, even though I warned him that he should walk Judge.
Yeah.
Strikes his ass out. Then the second at bat, Judge is like, "You're sorry, kid. I'm on a historic home run pace, so I'm going to pump you." And he did. Yeah. And then it was the third time around. Rocco pulls him and brings in Griffin Jacks. And I think they had a walking Judge, and then Torres hits the homer. A lot of people were saying we should have went to a different reliever there. whether it's Lopez or Duran. But then you're like, who are you going to have to face him the next time around? So, I mean, that's Judge for you. He's making you make those decisions early on in the game. But I just think that you'd be a fool to pitch the Judge anymore. And I'm not saying I want everyone to pitch around him because that sucks for fans, but like you'd be a fool not to, right?
I'm super interested, like you said, with the Rays, because the Rays being that high T team, are they saying, I'm going to put you in a good spot to get this guy and, go do your thing?
They will. What they'll do, Jake, is if there's a guy who they're like, we think Judge's strikeout percentage in this at bat against you is high,
right?
They'll pitch to him. Most guys, they'll just say, no, why would we do that?
Yeah. And
But shout out Louis V. I want to.
Yeah, man. He
looked
good
to him. Judge had some good quotes about him, although I think he called him the rookie, which, hey, Judge. Fucking
come on.
Louis V. It's an easy name to remember. Yeah. Come on. I liked him. Glenn Perkins was talking to me about him when I was in Minnesota for Gardy's thing. He's saying, this guy's just pitches a little bit differently. Got a kind of a funky arm angle. He's had a good showing this year. And you watch him, you kind of understand what he's talking about. He starts in like the middle of the rubber. He takes a big step over to the first baseline and then throws across his body. So it's kind of like a weird angle that everything is coming in at. So I don't know if he's their savior, but he looks good, man. It's always nice to have another starting pitcher that you can possibly rely on. So shout out. Is it King Louis or is it Louis V? I don't know, man.
I'm not sure. His family was in the stands. And again, this was a rain out day game doubleheader. So the stands were pretty empty, but his whole family section was there. So every time he struck someone out, you heard Lou, which was also ironic because it kind of sounded like boo. So anytime a Yankee player struck out, you heard Lou/boo. A lot of different stuff going on, man. Boy, you got me interested in this series this weekend. Go check out
this jersey I got on, bro.
What is that? I asked you a couple times before the show and you didn't.
It's like a 70s throwback uni, but obviously the Rays haven't been around, so they made this up. Which, like the Rays, is just what?
Yeah.
It had matching pants, bro. Like it was a weird time.
I like that a lot. Go check out Talkin' Yanks if you want some more Yanks.